Unbelievable bond, Amanda Anisimova and Mirra Andreeva's shocking connection that left tennis fans stunned. The untold story behind their feud. The untold story behind their feud. Introduction. In the cutthroat world of professional tennis, rivalries and friendships often dance a delicate tango. Sometimes, opponents form lifelong bonds of respect. Other times, tensions simmer until they explode into full-blown feuds. Yet rarely does the tennis world witness a story that blends both a tale of an unbelievable bond and an equally shocking rift. The saga of Amanda Anisimova and Mirra Andreeva is one such tale. By 2025, their names are linked not only by their contrasting styles and careers but also by a mysterious, emotional connection that blindsided fans. What began as admiration and mentorship soon spiraled into a feud filled with whispers, misunderstandings, and revelations that stunned the tennis community. This is not just a story of two players. It's a chronicle of generations colliding, of shared pain, and of how the spotlight can both forge and fracture human bonds. Two prodigies, worlds apart. Amanda Anisimova burst onto the scene as a teenager, her 2019 French Open semi-final run making her one of the sport's brightest prospects. With her fluid baseline game and calm demeanor, she looked destined for greatness. Yet personal tragedy, the sudden passing of her father and coach, derailed her momentum. Though she remained a formidable talent, inconsistency and emotional weight shaped her career in the years that followed. Mirra Andreeva, on the other hand, exploded into tennis headlines in her mid-teens. By 2023, she was already pushing top players to the brink with her fearless baseline play. Fiery, outspoken, and unafraid to show her emotions, she represented a new generation unwilling to bow to tradition. On paper, these two had little in common. Amanda, the quiet American with a tragic backstory, Mirra, the bold Russian teen rewriting rules. Yet destiny would weave their paths together. The meeting that started it all. Their bond began at a WTA event in Madrid in 2023. Anisimova, recovering from a rough patch of form, struck up a conversation with the teenage Andreeva after a practice session. Observers noticed the unlikely pairing, Amanda, 21 at the time, offering tips and encouragement to the 16-year-old Mirra. Andreeva looked at Amanda like a little sister looks at her big one, recalled one journalist. It wasn't just respect, it was admiration. For Amanda, mentoring Mirra became a way to channel her own grief and rediscover joy in the sport. For Mirra, Amanda was proof that young women could succeed early, even in a brutal system. Soon, fans dubbed them the unlikely sisters of tennis. The rise of the bond. Their connection blossomed. Social media posts showed them practicing together, laughing at tournaments, and cheering each other on. Interviews revealed snippets of their closeness. Amanda called Mirra a spark of energy I didn't know I needed. Mirra described Amanda as the first player who made me feel less alone on tour. Together, they represented the beautiful side of tennis, players lifting each other up, defying the stereotype of isolated rivals. But as often happens in sport, closeness can also breed tension, especially when both players chase the same dreams. The first signs of strain. By late 2024, cracks appeared. At a hardcourt tournament in North America, Amanda and Mirra faced each other in the third round. What should have been a respectful battle turned oddly personal. Mirra's fiery competitiveness clashed with Amanda's calm focus. Mirra celebrated points with loud roars, sometimes staring across the net. Amanda, usually composed, grew visibly irritated. After Amanda's eventual win, she skipped the customary warm handshake, offering instead a brief tap. Fans immediately speculated, was this the end of their friendship? Whispers in the locker room. Tennis locker rooms are notorious for gossip, and soon whispers circulated. Some said Amanda had grown frustrated with Mirra's brashness. Others claimed Mirra felt overshadowed by Amanda's mentoring, eager to prove she didn't need guidance. One rumor even suggested their bond soured after a personal disagreement, perhaps a misunderstanding off the court that bled into competition. Neither player spoke publicly, but tension was palpable. Journalists pressed for answers. Amanda offered cryptic words, sometimes people grow apart. It happens. Mirra was sharper, I respect her game. That's all I'll say. The breaking point. The real rupture came at the 2025 Australian Open, where Amanda and Mirra were drawn against each other once again, this time in the fourth round. The match was high stakes. The winner would enter her first slam quarterfinal in years. What unfolded was not just a tennis match, it was theatre. Mirra played with fury, challenging calls, fist-pumping after every point. Amanda, visibly tense, tried to keep her composure but grew increasingly frustrated. After a controversial line call in the deciding set, Amanda argued with the umpire, something fans rarely saw from her. Mirra eventually triumphed in 3 sets. As she screamed in victory, Amanda walked briskly to the net, barely touching Mirra's hand. Cameras caught Amanda muttering under her breath. Fans online erupted. The unbelievable bond had turned into a very real feud. Fans in shock. Social media exploded. Twitter hashtags like #AmandaVS and #TennisSistersNoMore trended for days. Memes captured their frosty handshake, contrasting it with their earlier selfies together. Fans were divided. Some sided with Amanda, accusing Mirra of disrespect. Others admired Mirra's competitiveness and argued that Amanda couldn't handle the new generation. Commentators called it the most fascinating tennis feud since Serena versus Sharapova. But beneath the noise, the human story remained raw. 2 young women once bonded by empathy, now estranged by ambition. The untold story. So, what really happened? Insiders suggest a mix of factors. Generational clash. Amanda, more reserved, valued composure. Mirra, fiery and outspoken, saw passion as strength. Their personalities eventually clashed. Role reversal. Mirra no longer needed Amanda's mentorship. As her star rose, she wanted equality, not guidance. Pressure of fame. Both carried immense pressure, Amanda to live up to her early promise, Mirra to prove her hype. Under such stress, even small disagreements can become irreparable. Private disagreement. Rumors persist of a falling out unrelated to tennis, something personal that neither has addressed publicly. Whatever the truth, their bond's unraveling was as dramatic as its formation. The aftermath. Post-feud, both players charted new paths. Amanda Anisimova leaned into rebuilding her career quietly, avoiding unnecessary drama. She returned to focusing on consistency, working with new coaches, and prioritizing mental health. Mirra Andreeva embraced her villain reputation, playing with swagger and unapologetic fire. She even joked in one press conference, "I guess I'm not good at friendships. I'm good at tennis." Tournaments eagerly scheduled potential rematches, knowing the tension guaranteed headlines. What was once an organic bond had become one of the sport's most bankable rivalries. Lessons from the feud. Beyond the drama, the Anisimova Andreeva saga offers broader lessons. Friendship in competition is fragile. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.